Mr. Mayor, if I may.
Commissioner Maps.
Well, thank you very much. Taisha, as always, I want to thank you for everything that you do for the city. And I want to thank you for those moving comments that you shared with us today. I also see CAN Leadership Online. I want to thank CAN for joining us today. And colleagues, I want to say this. I am delighted to join you in proclaiming June 19th, 2024 to be Juneteenth. As we know, Juneteenth is a mashup of two words, June and 19th. Juneteenth commemorates June 19, 1865. That was the day when Major General Gordon Granger arrived in Galveston, Texas, and read a proclamation, General Order Number 3, which began with these words. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the Executive of the United States, all slaves are free. In other words, Juneteenth commemorates the day when Black Texans learned that the Civil War was over and all slaves were free. Now, you might notice something odd about the timing of that announcement. Juneteenth commemorates June 19th, 1865, but most modern Americans think that slavery ended 2 years earlier, on June 1st, 1863, when Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Those dates are a reminder that slavery did not end overnight. Instead, slavery receded slowly at different times in different places. The Emancipation Proclamation of 1863 declared slavery to be illegal in the Confederate States. Of course, at that time, those states were in open rebellion against our federal government. So the Emancipation Proclamation didn't free slaves. Instead, it clarified the purpose and promise of the Civil War. With the Emancipation Proclamation, Lincoln made it clear that the point of the Civil War was to end slavery in the United States. However, in the real world, slavery receded slowly and unevenly over time, almost county by county. For Black Texans, slavery did not end until 2 months after the end of the Civil War, and that is the day that we commemorate with Juneteenth. Now, as the great-grandson of a Black Texan, this history resonates with me deeply. For me, Juneteenth is both a liberation story and a story about justice delayed. And as a Portlander on this Juneteenth, I also want to take a moment to remember Clara Peoples. Miss Peoples was a beloved Portlander, a community leader, and an educator, and she is the undisputed mother of Juneteenth here in Oregon. In Oregon, the celebration of Juneteenth began in 1945 when Clara Peoples, a Black woman from Oklahoma who worked at the Vanport shipyards, noticed that her co-workers did not celebrate Juneteenth. So Miss Peoples asked her boss if she and her co-workers could celebrate Juneteenth on their break. Years later, in 1972, Miss Peoples helped organize Portland's first annual Juneteenth celebration, and Portland has celebrated Juneteenth ever since. So, for me, it is truly an honor to play a small part in continuing the Juneteenth tradition Miss Peoples started here in Oregon. And that's why I want to take this moment to call on all Portlanders to observe Juneteenth. Thank you very much. Mr. Mayor, I'll hand the floor back to you.
Thank you, Commissioner Maps.